Well, obviously, everyone knows that if I'm an animal, I'm a cat.
Correct.
I like to think
Would you like to be a big cat?
I would like to think I'm a cool cat. Like at least a bigger cat, like a cougar.
Right. Cougar. Yes, I can see you
like
being
not a house cat.
Right.
A lynx, maybe.
Yeah.
Built like a lynx.
I can see. I don't see you as a lion or a tiger.
Yeah, right.
I don't see you as a panther. But right. I can see,
Panthers aren't real.
I can see a lynx or a cheetah.
Yeah, like it has to be like a smaller big cat.
Right.
Like a thinner.
Like a more agile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking lynx.
I like lynx.
Because they have cool hair.
They have floofs. Yeah, I'm all for the floofs.
I have emotional floofs.
Well, if we ever made more t-shirts for our quotes, that is one of them.
Welcome once again to Noah's Snark. We're two former religious types and current snarks take a look at religious media on its own terms.
I'm Hillary.
And I'm Josh, a.k.a. Mr. Potato Head. What's funny?
Your cat darted across the room right as you were doing the intro. And I hope it got picked up a little bit.
Yeah, she did. Alright, so before we start, and I haven't heard the episode we just released, do we have any hits or misses?
I just started listening to it.
Yes.
And I haven't gotten that far in. But in the episode, God's Zoo, the children one?
Yeah, Homecoming Kids.
Homecoming Kids. Why can't I remember that? It's a dumb name, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
We talked about finding out whether that bird was real or not, but I didn't check in on it, did you?
Neither did I.
Okay, whatever.
I'm never gonna look at that shit again.
Me neither. I refuse to do research. We'll just say it was dead.
Okay, yeah.
It was a dead bird.
I'm gonna still stick with stuffed bird.
Okay. I think
toy stuffed bird.
You say toy stuffed bird. I say
taxidermy.
Taxidermy.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, that's all. That's as far as I've gotten though.
Yeah.
We could have made terrible errors after that.
That's true. I have never made a terrible error in my life. Everything I do is right and good.
Okay.
As we just talked about for 32 minutes before we recorded this, before we started this actual episode proper. So let's talk about what we're doing today. Why don't you go ahead and tell me, Hillary?
Okay, Josh. Well, we are doing VeggieTales, but it's the new version of VeggieTales, which at this exact moment I can't remember the full title of.
It is a Netflix series, and It's called In the House.
Okay, so VeggieTales in the House, which I guess is supposed to make them sound cool.
I guess so.
In the house. Raising the roof.
In the house.
Fucking,
in the house.
Yeah, raging.
So let's talk about it really briefly. Mm-hmm. Describe it in one sentence.
I said an unnecessary modernization of a childhood classic.
Okay. I went with VeggieTales, but microwaved, so it's stripped of all its nutrients.
Oh my god, that's perfect. That's the best one you've ever done. Oh my god. Yeah. Scrap mine. That's the exact way this feels.
So, we're going to talk about it as we go, obviously, but we just, we needed something to do.
Yeah.
I was like, we haven't done VeggieTales in a while, but the old one, let's try the new one.
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
Uh-huh.
And the general consensus from people I've heard it from is that it's not as good.
And they're correct.
And they are absolutely correct.
They're absolutely correct.
So let's immediately talk about the differences just from the start.
Okay.
The show comes on, your theme song starts.
Right.
It is
awful.
So inferior to the original.
Right. The original, I still sing in my head sometimes. It pops up in the old head jukebox.
Mm-hmm. I was ready when it came on. I was like, all right, if you want to talk to tomatoes.
Bump, bump. Yeah.
But no, it's just, I
forgot it already.
It's completely forgettable. They do a little bit of the celery, broccoli, but barely. It's like at the end, and it's
watered down.
It's watered down by the extremely poppy bad tune anyway.
Right.
So, theme song, not even close. And if this is your first exposure, you're like, wow, that's super generic.
Mm-hmm.
But the graphics have taken a noticeable jump in quality. Which is to be expected because it's been, 30 years.
Right. It's like, it's clearly more expensive and more skilled animation, but it doesn't look good to me.
It also doesn't look any really better.
No.
And the vegetables have eyes, like irises.
They did before.
Didn't they? I thought they were just black dots.
No. Now I have to look up a picture because
I'm pretty sure they're just black dots.
In my head that they had
What color were Bob's eyes?
Probably black, but like an Oh, you mean they have, like, the iris. Okay, yes, I thought you were saying they were just like the new Ninja Turtles, where they just have no pupils or...
No, they have irises.
Correct.
Yeah,
okay,
Larry has brown eyes, and Bob has blue. Everyone's got eye colors. It's weird.
Yeah.
Which I'm not, like, opposed to on principle, but it's just also kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, totally. Unnecessary, and I feel like the animation before, like in the original one, their expressions were funnier.
Yeah.
And their expressions were better, and the way they moved felt more natural. And this one, I can't describe it because I don't animate, so I don't know what the words are. But do you know what I'm talking about?
A little bit.
Like, they move a lot more.
Yeah.
And more erratically.
Yeah.
And it's less, I don't know, good. Less good.
Well, I think I get it.
Yeah.
And I have questions about VeggieTale movement, but we're going to get there towards the end.
Okay.
I wrote some down.
All right.
I have a lot of issues.
I would love to talk about them.
Yeah, but we watched 2 episodes, which is 4 little shorts. Mm-hmm. So basically 4 episodes of VeggieTales today. So let's start with the very first one that's available on VeggieTales in the House, called Puppies and Guppies.
Yeah, dumb.
Dumb name or just dumb episode?
Both.
Okay. Well, we open up with Laura, who is a baby carrot, petting a dog, and this is an olive hound.
Yes.
Which is, like, slightly funny. I guess.
I guess, except for...
I don't even know it.
There's nothing that rhymes with that. It's not like it's a play on words.
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
It's just an olive that they are calling a dog.
Right. And Larry the cucumber, as we know from the original series, is also playing with the dog. And so him and Laura both want a dog for themselves, or the dog for themselves. Mm-hmm. Of course, that's not an option because this already belongs to an old guy. But... And someone points out that Laura's parents won't go for it, even though we never meet her parents.
Right. Wait, I will give them a snap real quick. And that is, right off the bat, the parents are teaching Laura and Larry to always ask permission to pet a dog.
Oh, yeah.
Kids should know that. Yeah. That is a correct thing to teach. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, it's a good plan. I hadn't acknowledged it.
Yeah.
There you go. So little small lessons here and there that they don't focus on. You get the dumb ones for the focal point.
Right.
But, of course, her parents aren't going to just let her get a dog. But now she hears that there's available puppies, and they're free for anyone who really wants one. Because Bob, the tomato, tries to point out that you can't even afford a puppy. But he's like, nope, free. It's like, fuck! Bob still tries to tell them about the obvious difficulty of just getting a dog. Taking care of it and all that other stuff.
And it is expensive.
Crazy
expensive.
But Larry and Laura are most sold on the idea. They definitely want these free dogs. But, of course, they have to afford pet supplies and how to take care of this thing, so they're going to need money. And they decide to get a part-time job for all their puppy needs.
They seem like they might be 6 years old, so I don't think this is legal, but go on.
They go to Pa Grape's store.
I love Pa Grape.
Where he just... was he one of the grape guys from...
He's an OG.
OG. Well, Pa Grape has a store, and he's going to give them a chance to work. They can work the rest of the week, and if they do their jobs, they should have enough to afford puppy supplies. Like, a leash and all that other stuff you need for dogs.
Right.
So, and of course, Bob is like, are you sure this is a good idea? And Pa Grape's like, I'm going to give them a chance to see if they're responsible enough. And everyone's like, they're not going to be. But it's a chance.
Yeah.
So Larry and Laura fantasize about puppies, and a song begins about their hypothetical future puppies. They're going to be, what is it? Best PFFs.
Yeah.
Puppy friends forever. Yeah, so that's sort of the song. It's not
good.
It's not good.
The songs in the original VeggieTales were so fun and cute and sometimes clever. Like at least they were well-constructed songs. These are garbage.
Yeah, because, I write down the lyrics every time.
Yeah.
Anytime we hear a song, really, I write down some of the lyrics. Mm-hmm. And the old VeggieTales is the only thing we've seen so far with songs in it that this works. I can remember the tune when I see it.
Right.
Because they're catchy and they're memorable.
Absolutely.
Now, I think I got it kind of right, but I also saw the words and was like, let me see how many syllables we have, sort of measure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was immediately out of my head. The theme song was out of my head.
Can't remember it still. I've seen it at least twice.
I remember maybe a little bit of one of the later songs. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Yeah, but basically they're excited about puppies.
Right.
If you couldn't tell. And so we get a montage of them at work, but they spend most of their time goofing off in I guess it's a pet store? Or is it just a generic everything store?
Yeah, it seemed like a weird bodega.
Okay.
Like a clean bodega.
Okay. So they work in the clean bodega.
Terribly. They're bad workers.
Yes.
They do a bad job working, and
And they were given a relatively simple task of taking care of a jar of guppies.
Yeah, he calls them guppies. They're beta fish. It's 2 beta fish.
Well, 2 beta fish in the same jar, that's horrible.
Yeah, they were fighting. They're called Japanese fighting fish also.
Right.
Because they would murder each other.
Right. So no wonder they're supposed to take care of them. They have to get in there and break it up all the time.
Some of the best times of my life, my first job at PetSmart, was coming in and seeing what happened to the betas today. Sometimes they jump into each other's cups and murder each other. They commit suicide a lot.
I did not know that.
There was always at least 1 to 3 dead beta fish on the ground because they leaked out of their little cup. They're dumb. They're dumb animals. I had 2 on separate occasions. Yeah. Both of them died within a week. The first one jumped out of its little tank, and the other one was eaten by my cat.
Do you want one?
No.
You sure?
Correct. No. I don't like fish. I don't understand people owning fish. I will never understand the, gangsters owning saltwater fish tanks being a thing. To show you your wealth, you have a very high maintenance, stinky tank.
Yeah,
it makes your
fish.
whole house smell like low tide. Ugh. Anyway.
I get that.
I don't get it. That's not how I'll show my wealth.
How you gonna show your wealth? Big ass house?
Diamonds all over me.
Oh, that's nice.
No.
Just a dress made of
Absolutely
diamonds.
not.
Okay, so Laura and Larry's job is to take care of some guppies, but they fail miserably. Mm-hmm. And so at the end of the week, Pa Grape explains to them that the amount of money they've earned is not nearly enough for puppy supplies. He sort of puts out all the money and he says, this is what you're supposed to earn.
Right.
But this is the amount of work you did. And he puts basically 5/6 of the money aside.
Right.
It's like, no, you fucked up.
You did nothing.
You did nothing.
Yeah.
But that amount of money is just enough for a bowl of guppies. Mm-hmm. And he writes a Bible quote inside the bowl that he's prepared for just this occasion. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
That's
fact.
my Bible quote voice.
I like it. That's what God sounds like.
This is God speaking.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm a cool guy. So Pa Grape adds that whoever can be trusted with guppies can one day be trusted with puppies.
Yeah.
So basically he convinces the kids here, because like you said, they seem like they're 6, even though Larry seems to be a grown-ass man at the same time.
It's very hard to tell. He might just be
a little
on the spectrum of some sort.
A little challenged.
Right.
Just
cool.
That'd be actually, I would like it if they would just
discussing this episode is way better than watching this episode. Because
Absolutely.
These are good lessons being taught and learned, hopefully.
Without the stupid veneer of kids' entertainment. But I was actually thinking, if they just said, Larry is, I don't know, whatever, some sort of...
It would be beneficial, probably.
It would be great.
Yeah.
Because it would explain a lot.
He looks like a grown-up, but he thinks like a kid.
Yeah. But he's still, apparently responsible enough to have a house.
Yeah, I'm not responsible enough to have a fish.
Well, he's got fish. Just not a puppy.
No, but he doesn't take care of the fish.
That's true. It probably dies.
Spoiler alert.
Off screen.
No, they show it.
Do they?
Yeah, remember they were supposed to be taking care of those fish to prove that they can take care of a puppy. And every time they're in the store, they're goofing off whatever. And then, Pa Grape we watch him sigh and feed the fish because he's the only one who takes care of them.
That's true, but don't forget that at the end of this episode, because we're back at home and Bob is preparing for the inevitable disappointment that Larry and Laura are going to feel. But it turns out they come home with jars of guppies, and they're just as excited about those as they would be about puppies.
Right, I did forget about that.
So he does get guppies. Yeah, and hopefully he learned his lesson.
I'm glad
is taking care of it.
They don't follow through with this. I'm going to vote no. They did not.
They did not.
Yeah.
But basically...
Bob fed that fish.
Bob probably feeds that fish. But the idea is that Larry has learned a lesson in taking care of stuff and responsibility. Mm-hmm. So now he will take care of the guppy. So that one day he's good enough for a puppy.
Yep.
Like a kid.
Lesson learned.
Again. Alright, so that's over, and let's move on to the next episode, which is called Sorry, We're Closed Today.
Right, and this is actually part of the first episode. It's like one of those kids shows that has 2 short episodes.
Right.
And then, I'm just letting the audience know. We watched 2 full episodes, which has 4 parts.
Right.
Yeah. What's the other show like? What's the other show like that? Oh, We Bare Bears. They also do that.
Steven Universe.
Steven Universe, yeah.
Well, I guess most cartoons now? I don't know.
I don't watch a lot of them anymore, but I still love We Bare Bears.
All the good stuff.
#1 show.
Yeah, Steven Universe is better.
I actually haven't really watched that much of it, and I know I would like it, but it'll really happen.
My favorite joke in Steven Universe ever is Garnet, the sort of big one who's sort of passive.
Yeah. They're
riding in Steven's dad's van, and he puts on music, his own music, because he had a band.
Yeah.
And they're riding in his van, and he's like, this music is so great, right? And Garnet completely silently opens the van door and jumps out. She rolls down a hill. It's just like... it's a solid joke.
It is a solid joke. I'll watch it eventually. I'm sure I'll go through a phase.
Alright, so we're watching Sorry We're Closed today. And Larry begins this episode playing around as Plantosaurus, destroying fake cities. You know, he's, "Roar, I'm Plantosaurus."
I thought this was pandering to you.
It 100% did, especially because Godzilla's about to come out, and I'm fucking hyped!
Yeah, I'm really hyped for you. Yeah, whenever I see a trailer, I'm like, Josh will like that.
God, I've heard good things.
I have no interest in it.
I've heard that it's ridiculous.
I'll see it if you want somebody to see it with you.
I might, but I might be going with my brother.
Oh, right on. Okay.
But, yeah, no, I've heard, like, it's stupid.
Right.
It's a stupid premise. It's a stupid setup. But god damn it, is it cool? So I'm pretty excited. All right, sorry.
Did we talk about John Wick yet?
We haven't.
I loved it.
Loved it.
I
liked it better than 2.
I did too.
And I like 2, but not as much as 1.
It goes 1, 3, 2 right now.
Exactly.
Yes.
I liked it a lot.
Same page.
The ending was a little goofy because he, like, apparently didn't bleed when he got shot 3 times. But
I don't remember. I'm going to see it again. I want to see it in the theaters again.
The horse kick was fucking...
Oh my god.
Did not see that coming.
Everything's so practical.
I know, it was so good. Honestly,
the choreography is just...
the horse kick was the part where I was like, oh! Like, nothing else in the... I was just like, okay, gross, nice. But the horse kick, I was like, ah!
Oh my god, yes.
It was great.
I know what you're talking about with getting shot. Okay, I'm seeing that scene. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I was like, is he wearing armor? Like, is this a trap or like a plan they've plotted?
Right.
But no. He just doesn't bleed when he gets shot, I guess. Which is fine. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Or his jet. Yeah, maybe.
He could have like a liner or something.
Right.
Yeah. He did just fight like 300 guys with super armor.
Right. So and we know he bleeds because he had to get sewn back up that time.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Yeah. John Wick, great.
John Wick, great. John Wick 3, great. John Wick 4, hype.
I'll watch them till one of me or Keanu dies.
Alright. So, Bob the Tomato is joining Larry in his Plantosaurus adventures by playing the Ultra Veggie, which is obviously a take on Ultraman, if anyone knows anything about giant monsters.
I don't. Go on.
But he's here to save the day from Plantosaurus. So animated cartoon cutouts jump toward each other dramatically, which is a part I kind of...
I liked it. Yeah, it was little anime flashes.
Yeah, it was cute.
Just reminded me of Strong Bad Emails, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's the anime version of Strong Bad Emails, and they do the, like, fly through the air. Mm-hmm. Lots of cool kicks.
Yeah, they just, like, whoa!
Yeah.
And, like, sort of still shots that are moving very slightly.
Right,
like old school.
Or just, like, the background's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're, pretending to fight when a pair of squash come by. They distract Bob from his games with Larry. Mm-hmm. Because the squash like to play, but they don't cooperate well with others.
No, they're not good at playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're also bad at it.
They're just not fun to play with.
Right.
I get it.
And part of that is the lack of cooperation. He's like, I am Plantosaurus. And I was like, I was already Plantosaurus, you fucker.
You can't just jump in this game and take over.
And take my role.
Right.
So Larry and Bob go hide inside Pa Grape's store until the Squash Boys go away. Mm-hmm. They're just like, I'm just going to stay in here to get out of here. But humorously, which is a thing that this show does a lot of times, is the same event over and over again.
Yeah.
Because the Squash Boys see someone else that they don't want to deal with, so they hide inside Pa Grape's store.
Who was it?
I think it was Madame Blueberry.
Yeah, Madame Blueberry.
And then Madame Blueberry...
flower pot in her hair.
Huh. And then Madame Blueberry sees someone else that she doesn't want to deal with, so she hides and this happens
French peas. She did not want to talk to those French peas.
No, because they're French.
Yeah.
Oh. I am French!
I like them, too. They have little French mustaches.
But basically, like, 6 sets of people go inside the store to hide from the previous set of people.
Correct.
And then the store closes.
Yeah.
And, because it's late, so Pa Grape closes up the shop, and he locks all the veggies and a blueberry inside.
Yeah, because they're all hiding, so Pa doesn't know that they're there.
Right.
Although, he had to have seen them come in.
You would think.
Yeah.
Maybe he was doing his paperwork in the back.
He also doesn't really open his eyes, so maybe he's a little bit blind. He has glasses and no eyeballs.
That's true.
Kind of like, Bunsen.
So now they have to survive inside Pa Grape's store for the entire night. Mm-hmm. And apparently there's not a lot of food in here.
They eat.
They eat a little bit.
It's a food store.
It's also, like, a single night, so they're going to be fine.
Right.
But no one really...
But it also raises another question.
Yeah.
They eat a lot.
Yeah. What are they eating?
They're eating vegetables. Josh. Is cannibalism something we should be discussing in this?
Well, again, I have a lot of questions about how... Let's save it to the end, but I have a part where I want to talk about how VeggieTales works.
Okay. He'll be like, what are the rules in this universe? Okay,
right. So I want you to remember that.
I will try.
But all the people who are hiding inside Podgrape's store eventually come out, and they realize sort of what happened. And no one's really getting along yet. They can't really work together. So a series of hilarious scenes follow about playing games alone, or arguing about who gets to be Planosaurus, or even trying to climb on top of each other to escape Podgrape's store out of the window.
Yeah. I am that one vegetable that his initial thought is, I'm going to go play solitaire in a corner.
Uh-huh.
That would have been me. My brother said the same thing. Yeah. He walked in, oh, that's you.
You know, I didn't fucking take a nap.
You're that legume, or whatever the fuck it was.
But Larry eventually gives a rousing speech about needing to come together if they're going to succeed. And so now another song begins about how cooperation makes everything better. Cooperation gets the ship in shape. Cooperation makes everything great.
Yeah, boring.
Yep.
Boring song.
I told you I wrote it down, but I could not remember the tune, so I just read it with my voice.
Just read it.
But when the song is over and everyone's sort of reconciled, Bob confesses to having hidden from the Squash Boys, and the Squash Boys from Madame Blueberry, and Madame Blueberry from the French Piece.
Right.
So everyone sort of makes up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, how cute.
Everyone comes clean.
Right. And so now we quote Ecclesiastes and how much we're supposed to help each other for reasons. And I'm going to be honest, I was extremely tired when I did this. This is the one I more or less fell asleep in.
This is last night?
This was like 2 nights ago. I was trying to do it Monday.
Okay. Right,
I was too busy yesterday. Whatever. But I was a little tired, so I wasn't bothering quoting Ecclesiastes.
I'm fine.
Yeah. But Larry now manages to fall out the window, which frees everyone else up to make it out just a little bit early. Like, literally a few minutes before Podgrape's going to open the store anyway. So everyone heads over to get some breakfast just as Podgrape gets into his store, and he finds that it's a mess. And he's just like, what?
My brother pointed out something here, too.
Yes.
They build a little human pyramid, or veggie pyramid. A food pyramid. Oh. Just, that was just me right now riffing. To help each other out of the window. But as the pyramid gets smaller, it should have been harder for people to get out, and they solved that by jumping on marshmallows. So my brother's like, oh, so they didn't need cooperation after all. Good point. Great point.
Could have just jumped off some marshmallows.
Everybody just jump on a marshmallow.
And then the end of the episode proper, because like Hillary was saying, it's 2 parts in 1 episode.
Right.
This is the full end episode. And Bob and Larry come up to say, remember, kids, God made you special, and he loves you very much.
Yay. Well, I feel better.
Credits. And then we get to see our executive producers' names and all that stuff.
I didn't watch that.
It's fine. It's just the credits. It's the guy who made Earthworm Jim.
No way.
Yeah.
I did not know that. He didn't do the original VeggieTales, obviously. Okay.
Hey, but he did make Earthworm Jim.
I didn't really watch that, but I remember it.
He is a executive producer
I had the video game
of this show.
Yeah.
So now we're getting our first short of the next episode, and it's called Bob and the Awesome Frosting Mustache.
Yeah.
And a karaoke contest is happening, and the prize is going to be a freaking karaoke gumball machine.
I am psyched.
I mean, that sounds cool. I don't know what that means.
I want it.
But I want it.
Yeah, does it mean you can, like... Is it, like, you sing a song and get a gumball? Is that, like...
Yeah. Or maybe you get a gumball, and it has a song inside, and then you have to sing it.
Oh my gosh.
That's
like a fortune gumball.
Yeah. You have to, like, crack it in half and see what's inside. And be like, no, it's your song.
I know. It sounds great. I'm jealous.
So, Bob doesn't want to participate in the contest because he gets very nervous on stage. And by that I mean, they show an example where he stuttered and stammered for, like, a while and then just ran away.
Yeah.
So he can't.
I actually kind of like this episode, Josh.
It's fine. And Larry is just going to go straight for it. He's going to perform a song, yodeling, while gargling root beer. Which is similar to his act the past 2 years, except he gargled something else, some other stuff.
There's a lot of root beer in this. I'm assuming that's their way of saying that they drink. They're drinkers.
They're heavy drinkers.
Yeah, they're constantly carrying cans of root beer around. It's weird.
Yeah, but basically Larry intends to finally beat Madame Blueberry and her bluesy tunes because she's a well-known winner.
Yep.
So we get back home, and Larry practices his routine as Bob and Celery Boy, or Celery Jr.
No, Asparagus. Junior Asparagus.
Junior Asparagus, you're right. Watch a trailer for a Tom Solariak movie called Not Without My Mustache.
I love this so much. I thought this was hilarious.
And alongside the trailer for the movie, which, again, looks hilarious, my exact type of movie,
yeah,
I'd watch it,
I don't like Tom Selleck, and that's what they're playing on. If it was a Tom Selleck movie, not interested.
Yeah.
But if maybe Keanu Reeves grew a mustache, and that's what it was about.
What if Godzilla grew a mustache?
No, I'm not interested.
Vin Diesel.
Hilarious. Oh my god. Picture him with a mustache and then the only hair on his head.
That's true. You think that's why he doesn't have facial hair? Or is he just like me? Oh, you know what? He's mixed like me. Maybe he can't.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
just
probably it.
The Rock also, because he's Samoan.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up and see if Vin Diesel can grow a mustache.
Is even capable of it.
Mm-hmm. I bet he's like me.
I'd rather watch The Rock. He's the most hyper masculine that I can take in these like action roles because he's not hyper masculine.
Yeah.
He's just strong.
Yeah.
And I like that. He's emotionally strong too, unlike most of the hyper masculine fighter guys. I will never see Steven Seagal or support him in any way. He's a bastard.
He's trash.
Yeah, he's a garbage person.
But no, you're right. The Rock is solid dude.
Yeah, I would be his best friend if he would let me. Mm-hmm. I can be a really good friend.
Yeah, no, I can get along with that guy. He seems cool because, like you said, he's very strong.
Yeah.
He's very tough, very masculine.
Right.
But not, like, in a bad way, not toxically.
No,
he's
not
just
toxic
masculinity. He's like, yeah, sometimes you're upset.
Yeah. And he could, he can play, like, softer role. Like, remember, like, the first real role he had was in
Tooth Fairy?
Be Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yeah, he was the gay cowboy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, his first, major role was him playing a more effeminate
The one where he got actual, like, critical attention.
Correct.
Yeah. Because he did make, like, kids movies before that. But
no, I think it was after that.
Was it?
Tooth Fairy was after that.
Yeah. My memory's a little different. But still, no one was paying attention to him at that point.
Right.
But Be Cool, it was like, yeah, look at that. He can, like, kind of act.
Look, I think I love this guy.
Yeah, he can make just a goofy part where he's the big tough wrestler guy who plays the gay cowboy. Like,
I'm gonna look up his movie roles in order, just real quick.
Did you know that either The Rock or Vin Diesel or both in the Fast and Furious movies have a clause in their contract where they can't lose a fight on screen?
I did know that, and it makes sense because they never lose a fight on screen.
So even
also,
when
their hatred of each other, and I think it's mostly Vin hating The Rock. I don't think The Rock feels anything vindictive.
Yeah.
No,
I get you. I hear you.
Okay, I'm mad at myself for that. But that's hilarious to me.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the trailer for Shaw versus... What is it?
Shaw? Yeah, you've told me this.
Did you not see the trailer yet?
I've seen it. I've seen at least one.
I
think I saw the new one recently.
Stoked on it.
That Shaw has a sister.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've seen them both now.
Oh, I think The Mummy Returns was the first one he was in.
Yeah, but again, that was one of those shitty, just like, I'm a wrestler, I'm a Scorpion King.
Yeah, but he was like a main character.
He was
the main character.
Not in The Mummy Returns, the Scorpion King.
Oh yeah, I just saw Scorpion King and I was reacting to that.
But again, that was one of those shitty movies.
Yeah, it was like he did The Rundown, Walking Tall, and then Be Cool.
Okay.
Be Cool was in 2005. Tooth Fairy was 2010. It was 5 years later.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, okay. Well, I'm way off.
He was in The Game Plan before that, which was another kid's one.
Right.
Anyway, okay.
Okay.
Now we don't have to do a...
That's right.
Yeah.
A miss about me. Well, I missed, but we already know that.
We didn't hit or miss nothing.
I'm a failure.
No, we're great.
Okay. But anyway, so Tom Selleck makes dope-ass movies, but now they're also advertising a mustache frosting that will make you instantly grow a luxurious mustache, just like
Didn't it sound like a sex move, though?
Mustache cream.
Mustache frosting.
Mustache
Josh.
frosting. You're right.
Yeah, that sounds hypersexual and disgusting. But sorry, go on.
You've never had mustache frosting, Hillary?
Ugh. Mustaches are a problem in my head.
We're alone.
I'm afraid. Neither of us have a mustache, Josh. How is that going to work?
I can figure it out.
Is it like a milk mustache?
I'm a man.
Oh
you
God.
ever seen Team America?
Of course, I love that
I'm
movie.
a man, okay? She says, if you promise me you'd never die,
I promise you.
I will never die.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
Okay. Have you met a man?
I will make this work.
I will find a mustache. I will peel it off someone else's face.
But no, maybe it's like a milk mustache where it's not an actual mustache.
Okay, so
it'd be like something like a pearl necklace.
Yeah. That could work.
I'm so uncomfortable with my own mind right now. Let's move on. I should be.
All right. But you can you can grow instantly a luxurious mustache just like Tom Selleck. And Tom Selleck says you might even win a local karaoke contest.
In the commercial. Yeah. I love that so much.
So Bob
also his mustache seems sentient. Like Absolutely. It moves on its own and he can use it like arms.
Yeah.
I love it.
So Bob is of course sold instantly on this idea of having a mustache like this. So, because the only thing really missing in his life is mustache frosting.
Yeah, and he does the thing that we all do. We watch really good infomercials. We're like, I didn't know what I was missing in my life, and now, like, until this moment, I didn't even know I needed that.
That's right, I need a titty bear.
What?
Titty bear.
I don't know what that is.
Titty bear was a small device from an infomercial designed to strap onto your seatbelt so that it was a soft cushion between the seatbelt and your chest.
Would it actually...
And then instead of a teddy bear,
teddy bear.
here's a titty bear.
That's amazing.
T-I-D-D.
I actually do need like one of those child seatbelt converters.
Yeah. Because
they don't make seatbelts for women.
Mm-hmm.
Seatbelts were designed to protect men.
Mm-hmm.
And so mine just kind of goes across my neck. And that's a great way to die.
You need a titty bear.
I need it. Does it move it down, though, or does it just make it
can
softer?
adjust as you need.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It won't move it down. It'll just...
I don't need it softer.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
wearing a shirt.
You'll still be decapitated.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not that helpful.
No. I'm constantly having to move it down because it'll like slide up my boobs and cross my neck. I'm like, this is how I die.
Yeah. Well, maybe if the titty bear was there between your titties in the first place.
Yeah, maybe it'll keep them.
It'll keep it.
Everything keeps itself in order.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do seatbelts cut? Do they hurt your boobs?
Not. I haven't been
instance?
I haven't had a super like bad wreck before. I imagine that in that instance, it would probably leave a pretty significant.
Right, but this was designed to relieve just generalized.
No, my seatbelt's not
pain.
tight unless I'm hitting the brakes.
Right.
So I don't know what that would be. There's probably a reason we don't hear about it anymore because it was unnecessary.
Well, there's one type of actually.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be tighter against my boobs, and it wouldn't be against her chest. It's just like.
Right. I didn't think so, but I was wondering who this is for.
Right.
But it turns out I could have used it for about 3 years when I had the port.
Oh, right. Did it cross over just that spot? Oh.
If I was in the car and I was driving,
yeah,
seatbelt was right here and the port's right there, and it would cause a lot of
irritation.
Irritation. It hurt.
Yeah.
Eventually, like if you're riding for a while, or if you've been riding a lot because you go back and forth to work, which is usually it.
Right.
Like day 3, you're just like, fuck, stop. So I would just have to fight with my seatbelt.
That's not something that anybody thinks about unless you're living it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So teddy bear could have helped me. But now I don't need it. It's
I would have bought you a teddy bear.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your birthday present.
All right. Not too late. I have a birthday every year.
Oh, God, I hope I remember this.
Okay, so Bob watches the door all night long, eagerly anticipating the delivery of his mustache frosting. But of course, he eventually falls asleep. And he has a dream about Tom Solariak delivering him a mustache, and then he performs and wins the karaoke contest. Mm-hmm. So we get a little song about his mustache now.
My mom loved this, by the way. She's like, he's like Elvis. Is what she said. It was very cute.
So the morning comes by, and Bob does get his mustache frosting, so he gets his real mustache. Mm-hmm. And I sort of missed the thread here. Was it just a fake, like...
No, I think...
Like it did grow?
I think all you see visually is him apply this cream across his lip, and then the cream, like, blows away. I can't remember why. I don't know if he blows it away or whatever, but then it's just like, there's just a mustache there. Okay. So it was a cream that created a mustache. Right. But I don't know if it actually came out of his tomato face, or if it was just meant to be just a temporary thing. Okay. Yeah.
But the point is, he's now running through the streets like Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3. Mm-hmm. He's the coolest motherfucker around. And as he does, he saves baby carrot Laura from a nasty fall on her bike.
His confidence is shining on through.
It's all due to the power of his new mustache.
And now they all call him Mustache Bob.
That's right. And so he's got her back, he says to Laura, just like a chiropractor, because he's cool now.
Yeah.
Except at the karaoke contest, Madame Blueberry tries to get in his head, I think. Like, she acts like she's trying to help, because he's, like, practicing. She's like, Bob, what are you doing? He's like, I'm practicing. I'm going to win this contest. And she's like, winning isn't everything. And he's like, bitch, you win every year.
She's like, but she's like, I've lost enough competitions to know that winning isn't everything.
It's like, you haven't lost this competition, I'm trying to win!
And I don't think she wants him to be disappointed, because she's so confident.
I think she's trying to get in his head.
Of course you think that.
Yeah. No, it's weird for the person who always wins to be like, remember, it's all for fun. Be like, fuck you.
Bitch, like, I want a gumball machine.
I'm a well-known loser at games and things.
Ditto.
I'm allowed to say, winning isn't everything. Especially if you're being obnoxious about winning.
Right.
But I lose.
I don't have a competitive bone in my body.
Right.
And also, yeah.
I'm very, very low competitive. I try to win, but I don't really give a shit. I'm just playing fun games.
Right. And when we're up, if I can't play games with people who are taking it seriously.
Right. But the person who is winning is usually not the best look for you to be like, it's just fun. We're not competing.
Right.
It's like, fuck you, you're winning. Because it comes off to me, at least, as humble bragging.
Right, totally, yeah.
You're like, it's not everything. I'm just doing it, but it's not everything. And if you've won the same contest years in a row, like, maybe just let someone else give them the message that winning isn't everything.
Yeah.
Let one of the other losers do it.
Well, at least she kind of lives up to the more positive.
She does.
Yeah, later. We'll see.
Okay, but she tells Bob it's supposed to be fun, it's not a competition, and I just wanted to point out, again, it's literally a contest, and it's established as that from the beginning.
And it has a prize. That is a competition.
So it is a competition. And they all knew that going in, so it's no one's surprised. But Bob is up next to sing, and he sings a song about being a tomato to the adoring crowd. And he doesn't have hands. And this is when I was thinking about this. But he moves this mic stand around as though he's, using it like a woman, basically.
Right. He's doing like the Elvis thing.
Yes. So this is when I started having questions about how VeggieTales works.
Right.
Do they have very low-level telekinesis? Do they have invisible arms?
I just assume they're so dense internally that things can orbit them.
That is not what I expected you to say. Okay. I hadn't considered that they are creating gravity fields around themselves.
They are gravity.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our running theory there.
That's my theory.
Then, of course, we have to talk about what they eat.
Vegetables.
Cannibalism.
Yeah, not only that, but like they are eating. Whenever we see them eat, it's like it is that they're eating themselves, including like I don't know if I can't remember which one of the episodes it was, but at some point I think it's actually the next bit. Bob collides with like a tower of ketchup.
Yeah,
which is basically just his blood. Right?
It's his fallen brethren.
Yeah, it's his species' blood.
Have we considered?
Do they put that on food?
Here's my consideration.
Okay.
The VeggieTales are essentially a master race of vegetables who come out with sentience, but they completely oppress other vegetables that do not come out with sentience. So they are basically the upper class of vegetable society. And yeah, so Bob and Larry just happened. Maybe coincidence, maybe through genetic engineering, maybe through magic.
It's kind of like the Pluto Goofy discussion.
Wow,
why is Pluto
Goofy
just a dog and Goofy is like completely
it's a dog man.
Anthropomorphic. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a hypothesis that the VeggieTales are basically the upper crust of veggie society.
Gotcha.
And they just use other vegetables at their whim.
Maybe there was some sort of weird nuclear power plant situation.
Yeah, that could be
and some of the vegetables came alive, and now they are living beings.
Mm-hmm. So they are technically cannibals.
Yes.
But only in the sense, maybe, that humans are animals and eat other animals.
Yes, exactly.
They're higher animals. They're higher vegetables.
We're smarter animals. We can talk and think and whatever.
Yeah, and Bob is a smart tomato that can talk and think and do whatever, so he's okay.
He also has a chair shaped like a strawberry, which I think is weird.
Well, they like strawberries.
Yeah.
Him and the blueberry lady are going to get together, so.
Right. Would you sit on a chair shaped like a cow? I guess we use like cute, leather and stuff.
Yeah. We literally sit on couches made of cow.
Human shaped chair.
I mean, if that's what you're into. Some people.
Sit on my face.
Sit on my human chair.
There's a bit in Grace and Frankie where
I would make the argument that anybody who's had sex has at least sat on a human chair. At least once in their life.
100%. Yeah. Santa is a human chair.
Santa is also a human chair. Hopefully not sexual.
Also creepy and gross.
Unless you're the Gilmore Girl. She likes Santa that way.
What?
Bad Santa.
Oh, Bad Santa.
Fuck me, Santa. Fuck me, Santa. Weird movie. Graham.
Okay, anyway.
Sorry,
so we've solved all. Oh, Grace and Frankie. Yeah. I can't remember the actor now, but like the gay couple. Mm-hmm. had a chair ordered with, I want to say it was Heath Ledger's face on it. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. It was some very attractive celebrity man. And
like in the seat?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. It is stupid, but also funny.
Okay, but as Bob performs, the mustache is eventually torn from his face by the mic stand, and he doesn't notice. But the crowd begins...
It just, slides off of him, which is why we brought up earlier, what is that mustache made out of?
Right. And the crowd begins to laugh at him, despite otherwise enjoying his song. Mm-hmm. And when he realizes what happens, he screams in horror, and he runs from the room.
It's a good scream.
And damn it, he's embarrassed himself again.
Yeah, luckily he's already red.
Yeah, it is a good scream. It's like one of those... Ah!
Yeah.
Very higher pitched than you'd expect.
Lady scream. I love it.
But Madame Blueberry feels sorry for Bob and tells Pa Grape to skip her turn. And she goes outside to comfort Bob. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't understand why she'd want to hang out with a guy without a real mustache. But
why would anybody?
Madame Blueberry asks him, do you think that you're not a real person without a mustache? Or a complete person?
Yeah.
He goes, well, yeah. And so she quotes the Bible at him, Psalms, and says, the Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. And she sort of explains what that means, which is, with God on your side, you lack nothing. So, basically, he is a complete tomato, even if he doesn't have a real mustache. And so Madame Blueberry convinces Bob to come inside and sing alongside her. And even if no one likes it, they're going to at least have some fun. Mm-hmm. Which is why Hillary was pointing out that she does at least live up to her. It is fun, not a competition.
Right. If she was like, sweet, Bob's out. Right. And jumped on stage and, crushed it.
Before this happened, I think it's very reasonable to conclude that she's trying to get in his head. Especially because he was doing really good and he was feeling confident with the mustache.
He really was.
So.
I feel bad for him.
But Madame Blueberry and Bob go inside and perform a duet about Bob's lack of a mustache and how he's realized that he doesn't need it and the only thing he lacks is nothing at all.
Yeah, they wrote this song quick.
They were feeling it. It was like jazz.
Feel it.
It's supposed to be blues, but it's jazz.
She does blues, he does Elvis, and it works.
It works. So the entire crowd gets into this new song, and Madame Blueberry and Bob tear down the entire frickin' house.
Yeah.
VeggieTales in the house.
Oh, I see what you did there.
An episode is over, and presumably one or both of them gets the gumball karaoke machine. Yay!
Yep, I know which one.
Which one?
I'll tell you later.
Oh. So next up, the fourth episode of our day, the second one of the second episode, Bob and Larry getting angry. Mm-hmm. This one was not so good. Because you're right, the last one was... I like parts
of it, but no.
Yeah, the last one was actually solid.
The karaoke one was the only one I really liked.
Yeah. But Bob and Petunia are playing checkers. Petunia is some sort of vegetable.
You can't tell what she is.
She is a French bean.
Is that what she is?
I have no idea. I'm guessing.
Haricot vert?
Yeah. But she is usually winning. She always wins. But for the first time, Bob is having a chance. He might pull this off. But Larry comes in, and he trips, and he wrecks the board. Mm-hmm. And Bob, he's fucking Spider-Man. I think that mustache power is still in him.
Right.
Because, he
the
grabs
power was with him the whole time, Josh.
It's true. Maybe the mustache power was the friends he made along the way. But he grabs the checkerboard really quickly, and as the checkers are in the air, he catches them in the positions they were in.
Spider-Man again.
Yeah, but then...
Remember that tray?
Exactly. He does the Spider-Man tray thing. It's like... But then more stuff falls on his head, and he loses it. It's like, damn it.
Yeah. Not quite Tobey Maguire.
Right. But if Tobey, if more stuff had fallen, maybe.
Maybe.
We didn't see that.
No.
Outtake. But Bob is reasonably, I think, sort of irritated that Larry has ruined his checker game. He's like, I was finally going to win this. You ruined everything. But Larry's not apologizing. He's like, fuck it. I fell down. Fuck you.
Yeah. Not very Larry-like, actually.
Yeah, not like Larry normally is.
These are people, they're going off character.
But Bob decides he's going to cancel game night because he's not going to beat Petunia at checkers after all. And he's just going to go to bed. But Petunia tells him that she read somewhere once that you should not let the sun go down on your anger. Mm-hmm. So Bob...
It was Elton John.
Rocket Man.
Don't let the sun go down on me.
That's right. So Bob mostly accepts this as good advice. So he decides he's not going to go to sleep quite yet. But Petunia decides that game night is over, so she's going to go. But they'll go on a hike tomorrow, okay? She gives them finger guns, even though they don't have fingers.
Yeah.
And Bob and Larry are hanging out a little bit more, and Larry is now making a snack. He throws some stuff from the kitchen towards Bob onto a plate, and some of it is extremely stinky cheese. So when Bob gets this cheese, he throws it out the window.
As one does.
As one does
when
with stinky
gifted
things.
Food, chuck it out the window. Mm-hmm. Also, I love me some stinky cheese.
Well, so does Larry, because it turns out that cheese was not bad. He was trying to create the world's stinkiest cheese.
Which raises the question, why would he give it to Bob to eat if it was a thing that he was going to
keep?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's upset now because Bob got rid of his cheese, and he wants an apology from Bob for, throwing out his cheese. But Bob still hasn't gotten his apology for ruining the checkers game.
Yeah.
So, they both...
Roommates.
I know. But they both refuse to apologize, but they understand that they can't go to bed while they're angry. I wrote down bread, but I mean bed. So,
maybe their beds are bread.
You never know.
It would fit the universe.
They sit on tomatoes or strawberries.
Strawberries, yeah.
So the obvious solution for both of them, since they're not going to apologize and they're both angry with each other, is to never sleep again. Logical. Completely logical.
Mm-hmm.
So they stay up and they antagonize each other all night. Larry starts it, to be fair. He's like, you like to throw things out the window?
Yeah.
Well, I got something I can throw out the window. And
Yes.
he grabs Larry's limited edition socks. They only made 50 pair.
He doesn't have feet.
He doesn't have feet, but he wanted these socks and he throws them out the window.
He has a collector's heart, just like me.
So then Bob grabs Larry's rare comic book where they printed all the words backwards and throws that out the window.
Yep.
Those things do happen, by the way, and they are valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's funny.
I believe that 100%. It's like the Beanie Babies. Every now and then would come out with one that was a little wonky or
Yep.
printed wrong or something, and those were worth, quote unquote, worth so much more. I sold a misprint one for $100 once.
Nice.
I made bank off of Beanie Babies in the 90s.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's cool.
I don't know where that entrepreneur spirit came from or went, but I don't have it anymore.
And of course, like I was saying earlier with the hiding in Pa Grape's store,
Mm-hmm.
they basically come up with a joke and they do it over and over again.
Right.
And sort of fill some time. So this goes back and forth for a while between Bob and Larry. They each throw stuff out, like a toothbrush, a bike.
Yeah. The couch.
The couch, yeah, they throw a
It's
whole
like,
couch
wait,
out.
why are you helping me? He's like, it's your couch too.
That one's kind of funny.
Yeah. But also, you know what else they throw out? The gumball machine. So we know that Larry was the one
I
who
see.
took that thing home.
Or
Nothing breaks,
Bob,
by the way.
Bob.
Bob, sorry. That's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Yeah, nothing's broken, so really all this stuff is fine. Even the cheese.
Yeah, it's just sitting outside a little bit.
It's
not
already
raining
stinky.
or anything. Yeah.
But,
This might have helped the stankiness.
right. But they go back and forth, and essentially they've created an entire stack of trash outside. And they even throw out Madame Blueberry.
Yeah.
I don't know why she was in their house, their house.
She walks in, she's like, hey boys, and then she's like flying out the window.
Well, I'd never. She's very southern. And of course, Bob and Larry are still refusing to apologize to each other, but their sleepiness is catching up to them. And they begin to hallucinate some of the other characters. Asparagus Jr., and he's like, you're not even here. And he's like, am I not here? And he's like, no! And then he poops away. It's kind of funny.
It is funny.
And they do that with a couple other characters. Just
Yeah.
like everybody. Like, you're not here. You're not here. There's two Larrys. One of those isn't there, obviously.
Right.
So Larry begins to worry about how they're going to manage this night after night after night for the rest of their lives
Methamphetamines.
if just one night of sleeplessness has this sort of effect on them. So now they settle the dispute. They say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a staring contest, and the loser has to apologize.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, they begin their staring contest, and they both hallucinate more and more due to their tiredness, but they sing a little song about how they will not blink, twitch, wink, or scratch that itch.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't remember it,
I
because
don't
it wasn't
remember
good.
either. No.
But after the song is over, Petunia comes by, because it's the morning time, and she wants to go on their hike, and she finds them in the middle of their staring contest, and they sort of explained what's happening. Like, they're staring to figure out who apologizes, because they're not supposed to let the sun go down on their anger.
Right.
And she goes, you boys are so stupid. She didn't say that, but basically, you boys are dumb as fuck. So she says, God doesn't want you to hang on to your anger. It certainly doesn't, and he certainly doesn't want you not to go to sleep. He just wants you to forgive each other. So another song tells us, if you're having a problem and want to go to sleep, don't worry. I don't know. I'm not even close.
I thought you were nailing it.
Nope. If you're having a problem and want to go to sleep, don't worry your head about it, friend. There's no need to weep.
I don't remember it.
Just remember the verse.
I watched this one this morning.
Yeah, me too. I saw it like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Just remember the verse. Don't let the sun go down on your anger. So basically, Larry,
Let the sun
go down on my anger.
Yeah. Doesn't flow.
But Bob and Larry realize that they're supposed to apologize to each other and forgive each other. And as soon as they do that, they both fall asleep instantly in the middle of the living room, while Petunia looks into the camera bewildered. Whoa, they fell asleep. I guess there's no hike today.
Womp womp.
So the episode over. And remember, kids.
The episode over.
God made you special. And he loves you very much.
Yeah.
So that's it. We're done.
Yay!
What's the best and what's the worst?
Sentient Mustache is the best.
Yep. I'm going to agree with you there. Sentient Mustache is the best.
Loved it.
Actually, I'm gonna edit a little bit. Just Bob with mustache. Mustache Bob.
You love Mustache Bob.
I
specifically love that trailer.
Yeah.
And I would watch the fuck out of that movie.
I would too.
Yeah.
But I like Mustache Bob because of the Spider-Man 3.
Oh, right.
Sort
yeah,
of parallel.
Totally. Yeah. I can get that.
Yeah.
Worst would just have to be that, like you said in the you texted me back and just said it just doesn't have the heart of the original VeggieTales whatsoever.
Not a little bit.
I mean, I think they do a good job, with realistic morals and like storylines and stuff. It's probably good for kids, and it doesn't shove the Bible down your throat.
That's true. You'd think that would be an improvement.
Yeah, but like the songs aren't as rich. The characters look dumb.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when they just remade, the Magic School Bus. Netflix has a new Magic School Bus, and that was one of my favorite shows as a kid.
Yeah, me too. Loved it. I haven't seen it.
I think I watched an episode or two, but the animation is not as good. It's just not the same.
It's not the magic. It's not the Magic School Bus. Now it's just a school bus.
It's just a dumb, boring school bus.
Yeah, the worst for me. Yeah, it's like my one sentence. It's just microwave VeggieTales.
Yeah.
Like all of the, it's like you're saying. You'd figure without the super over the top biblical messaging that it would be more entertaining.
Right.
No.
It's
actually less.
Bible stories are entertaining, whether you believe in them or not.
They're nonsense, but they're fun.
Yeah.
They can be.
They can be, especially when, done with fun songs and like memorable characters and blah, blah, blah. But no, this doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't do it at all. We kind of like the karaoke episode.
Yeah.
But that was about it. And that was mostly because...
And we only watched 2 episodes, so maybe it does get better. Maybe they're more like the karaoke one.
But I would always think, you start strong, right?
Mm-hmm. I also like that it's mostly the same... It seems like all the same voices are back. So...
Possible.
Another comparison would be when, Doug moved to One Saturday Morning.
Yeah.
And it was a new guy doing the voice.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because the original was an actual child and he grew up. I don't know if that's the case. But either way, he doesn't sound like Doug anymore. Arthur doesn't sound like Arthur anymore, and I don't want anything to do with it.
I didn't even know Arthur was playing until recently.
Oh yeah, it's still on, man. I haven't seen any new...
I thought it ended when I was a kid.
You thought it ended when you stopped watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And then I caught a newer episode, I'm like, whoa, who is this?
Well, it's not that I thought it ended when I stopped watching.
Right.
As a kid, I only remember seeing reruns. I would watch the shit out of those reruns.
Yeah.
But I never remembered a new episode.
If Arthur was on, I was watching Arthur.
Yeah,
it was one of the top shows.
I never remembered seeing a new episode, ever.
Right.
So, I just assumed that even when I was watching it, it had already ended.
Oh, really? Okay, I knew that there were new ones coming out here and there, but yeah, it did feel like it was mostly reruns.
And then I'd heard of it, a few years later. I was like, Arthur's still on?
Yeah.
And then, obviously, there's the rat marriage thing recently, so it made the news.
Rat marriage?
The principal, the rat guy,
got
married to a guy.
What? Oh, that's wonderful.
So it's in the news.
Good job, PBS.
Right. So it got in the news, and that's why I heard about it recently.
I had not even heard about that. That's weird that
it just happened a month ago.
Huh.
But I didn't know it was still on. I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, I was like, fuck yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
All right.
But yeah, so that's all. So let's talk about some things that are like this they should watch instead of this, because we didn't really love it.
Okay, aside from the obvious, which is the original
Just say the original VeggieTales.
Right. Actually, I kind of just want people to watch We Bare Bears.
Yeah.
They have little morals here and there, too. It's not, Christian specific.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and also, it's...
You think Christians corner the market on morals?
Oh,
no.
Please. I am highly moralistic compared to a lot of Christians that I actually know.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, We Bare Bears is great. And it's segmented the same way, so you can just watch, a little, 10-minute episode here and there.
Because you're going that route, I'm going to go the same route I did.
Okay.
Steven Universe.
Right on.
Very similar. Mm-hmm. Different morals, because it's more of a heroic story.
Right.
But there's also episodes about just
It's hyper-inclusive.
It's hyper-inclusive. Hyper-inclusive.
Yeah, I know. I love that.
It's got little, there's even episodes where Steven just hangs out at the donut shop with his friends and has to learn a lesson about, judging other people or, listening to people when they talk to you or...
Right. Yeah. Totally.
Not being a douche.
And
then, of course, you get to punch guys sometimes, and that's cool, too.
Yeah.
So, watch Steven
I like
Universe.
the animation style, too.
Yeah, it's real cute.
Both of our shows that we just mentioned,
and Steven is a addictive. Like, his personality, he's infectious.
I can't wait.
He's so cute.
Maybe that's what I'll do. I started dog sitting again today for my next door neighbor. And it's 2 dogs this time, because it's my neighbor dog plus her daughters. Maybe the dogs and I will watch Steven Universe all day.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about what we're going to do next week. Hillary, are you ready? Flip this over.
I'm ready. Next week, we are doing I'm in Love with a Church Girl. Is this a movie?
It's a movie.
Of course it's a movie.
Movie week.
Nice. Oh, that's hilarious already.
Uh-huh. Did you ever want to see Ja Rule act alongside one of the Cheetah Girls?
What did I just say before? I never knew that that's what was missing in my life until now.
I'm glad you had that
Which
reaction.
Cheetah Girl?
Adrienne Bailon.
Okay, I actually know who that is. I don't know anything about the Cheetah Girls.
I think she's the one that, like, has a career now. She's, like, on the Super the
Raven
Talk or
Simone
something.
has always had a career.
Oh, that's true.
But,
I forgot she was a Cheetah Girl.
Right.
Yes, so Ja Rule.
It's so weird.
It's funny, because when I was... Obviously, I wrote this stuff down. I said, you didn't even know you wanted this, but yeah, here we are.
Holy shit, we think the same things. Get out of my head.
Alright, so get ready. Because when a tough-minded ex-drug dealer falls for a beautiful but highly devout woman, they're going to have to reconcile it somehow.
Oh my god.
So it's on Netflix.
I can't wait to see if they, like, what kind of chemistry could they possibly have?
We're gonna find out. I haven't seen this one. I know of it.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So you'll see it.
I'm shockingly stoked for once.
I'm confessed to being a little burned out on shitty things.
Yeah, no.
So I'm hoping that this will be at least...
It's the best thing you've ever said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am burnt out on
I feel like
shitty things.
the last 6 weeks or so have just been garbage after garbage after hot trash.
Borderline unbearable.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that this will be, like, so bad it's entertaining.
Right.
So
there's no way Ja Rule won't be entertaining to me in one way or another.
I sometimes still think of his minor role in Fast and Furious, the first one.
Yep, totally.
Monica!
I remember my mistake of thinking back to, I had placed him in Dogma, and he's not in Dogma. But in my head, he was in Dogma until we rewatched it.
Oh, he was the gangster?
Yeah, like, in my head, that's who that was.
That's funny.
He would have been great in that role.
He would have. Yeah. Especially because he didn't have to speak, and he's not, the strongest actor. Yeah. At least according to Fast and Furious.
Well, he only has, like, a few lines. He would only have a few lines in Dogma, and it would have been great.
Yeah, that's funny. All right. But remember, everybody, if you like the show, give us a 5-star review on whatever podcast app or service you are using, and tell your friends and anybody else you know about us. When you get your teeth cleaned, tell your dentist.
Yeah.
Dentists like us.
Gurgle it to them.
Gurgle it to them. Gurgle, gurgle. You know what I found out? There's a lady wrestler. Dentist. Practicing dentist.
What? Like, that's her day job?
Yeah.
Dentist day job?
Britt Baker, DMD.
Is she local? I want to go to her.
She's Florida.
Not.
But if I was in Florida,
yeah,
I'd be like, I'm gonna go get the wrestling
yes,
dentist.
She's gonna fucking destroy me.
She's also a very good wrestler.
Right on.
Alright, but we need the attention is my point. Tell everybody you know.
Yeah.
Links to everything are in the description of this episode, including a website that you can go to send us hate mail.
Yeah. Ooh, hate mail.
Start a flame war with me.
Yeah.
I guarantee I'll go further than you.
Oh, I can't wait.
And as always, thank you so much for listening.
Thanks, guys.
We appreciate your
love
faces.
You a lot.
Bye.
Bye.